What's going on, everybody? This is dkdynamite for a massive video here for you guys, going over the brand new Purgatory Island challenge event that allows you to unlock 3 different animated camos amongst a bunch of other cosmetic rewards. Definitely stay tuned. But before we jump into that, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below, drop a like, and as a big reminder, it's been a very busy day with the launch of Season 6, aka The Haunting. The team is hard at work over at dkdynamite.com, keeping you guys up to date with all things Call of Duty. We'll obviously have more Black Ops 6 coverage added to the site over the next few days, but as of today, there's a big emphasis on all the brand new content inside of Modern Warfare 3 and Warzone. Appreciate all the love on the content from earlier today and on all the detonated coverage. You can follow me on Twitter at dkdynamite1 or detonated.com as well. Run beautifully by co-owner Fajardi here on Detonated. Got the hourly coverage. I've been providing them with as much footage and screenshots as possible of all the brand new content. Lots of great stuff going up on there. But with that out the way, here's what's going on. So what we thought were a series of hidden challenges in Rebirth Island turned into just the Purgatory Island challenge event, which now has its own tab in the event category here in COD HQ. So these challenges right here are not hidden by any means. You can now track them in this tab, which is great. There are, however, some other hidden challenges that aren't a part of this tab and menu right here. So I'm going to cover that in a separate video later today, but let's jump right into things, right? First off, we have reach Torment level 2. So you can reach new Torment levels by being as active as you can in a match. And I'd recommend getting as many kills as you can against real operators and of course against enemy mercs if you do come across them. I think it's pretty easy to hit Torment level 2. It doesn't require that many kills. Just make sure you guys are going ahead and staying alive, because if you do die at any point while you're at any Torment level, you'll lose every level that you actually work towards. So if you're Torment level 3, 4, even 5, and you die out, you get reset back to 0. So your goal really is just play as safe as you can, stay really close to your team, and then hit that second Torment level by killing as many real people as you can, kill as many operators as you can, the enemy mercs, whatever it is you have to do, just stay close to your team and do not die. Once you hit level 2, which isn't that hard to do whatsoever, you will unlock this emblem, as you can see, the animated one called Dead Guy Walking. Moving on to another challenge here, spend 5 minutes outside the safe zone without killing another operator. So the way that I did this was going over to the Shipment Island at the very start of a match with my team, and my team just kept mowing down every enemy that came across the floating shipment, and I just sat there and camped the best that I could. I actually flew the Shipment Island for them to kind of at least do something productive while my team was carrying and getting all the kills. That's the best way to get this done. I believe what you could just do, which I know I didn't, is just go anywhere around Rebirth and camp, don't kill anybody for 5 minutes straight, and just have your team watch your back. If you do that, that should work, as long as you're not in the safe zone, which puts you in third person. As long as you're in a first person area where you could get other kills, then this challenge should be tracking at any point. Just see where you can go that is the most secure and survive for 5 minutes without doing anything against other real people. Now, by doing this, you're gonna go ahead and get the animated Kingdom's Gate emblem. But moving on, we have commend 5 operators while in the safe zone. This is real easy, and you could also do this with your team, right? This doesn't have to be with enemy operators in the safe zone. As long as it's 5 different people, this should work. For some of you, it might have counted by doing 5 of the same people. Just let me know down below in the comments what your experience was. But once you go over into one of the safe zones located at the opposite ends of Rebirth, that's going to be the bioweapons point of interest or the stronghold point of interest, your character will go into third person, which brings us back to World War II 2017. And once you're in third person, you're in a safe zone, right? Enemies cannot touch you while in this zone. This is pretty funny if you're actually in a gunfight near the safe zone and you just run into the orb. And you just run into the orb to play it up or to reload or something and then get right back into the action. It's hilarious. But when you go up to an enemy or one of your friendly operators in the safe zone, you get the option to commend them. Do this 5 different times and this will unlock pretty damn quick. This is the animated Favored One calling card. Moving on to one of our camo rewards. Get 5 operator kills while in a vehicle. So the beauty of this, you don't have to actually run over 5 real people with a vehicle. This also doesn't work on mercs, by the way. This is only for real operators in your lobby. The beauty of this is your teammate can actually drive the vehicle for you while you just lean out and shoot to get the kill. So isn't that restrictive of a challenge here? So if you guys prefer to do that, then feel free. Unless you just want to be in first person view and run over the enemy for yourself to ensure you've killed them, feel free to do that. On top of that, I mean, there's plenty of different ground vehicles you'll find across Rebirth, and in this very long match of Purgatory, you'll see a bunch of vehicles just respawn constantly. Yes, helicopters do also work if you want to lean from one and shoot, or actually hit physical operators with the helicopter. But the camera reward is called Inner Demons. Yes, it is animated and looks absolutely phenomenal in dark spaces. I think it's crazy with the amount of camos that we actually got here with the Haunting this year. We still don't know what's going to be happening with Vandal Night or other challenge events that are releasing later. There could be more camos to unlock through those methods, but at least for today on the launch of Season 6, there are quite a few camos that we could enjoy. Next up, we have the Still Beating animated camo, which you will unlock by getting 3 kills using the Terriball. Now, this challenge is probably, I would say, one of the toughest challenges of the entire Modern Warfare 3 life cycle. Arguably, the toughest challenge I could think of in recent memory, at least exclusively through Warzone. So my recommendation is get the ball into a tight and enclosed space. As we did here at the harbor, we got the ball into a building so that every time enemies rushed us, there was a high chance that if we were able to down an enemy using our regular weapons, we'd be able to quickly finish them off with the ball. The issue with this Terriball is that if you lose it, it kind of goes psycho and goes out of bounds. It's kind of hard to get again. So obviously a strat is also to just spawn right into a fresh match of Purgatory. There'll be a ball waiting for you on the roof and near the safe zones. If you just get to some of those earlier balls in the match and you can get some enemies that aren't moving all that often or aren't too sweaty, then yeah, you can get a pretty quick kill using the Terriball that way. But what doesn't work is getting it down with the ball and finishing that person with your weapon. You have to make sure the ball finishes the enemy that you downed. That also cannot be an enemy that your teammates have downed. You have to get the complete kill, but you don't have to use the ball twice. Shoot the enemy to get him down, then use the ball to finish him off. Shouldn't be that bad, but still, compared to all the other challenges with this event and many recent challenge events, this is pretty damn tedious for most people out there. Now, the most frustrating part of this challenge is the fact that the ball can also hurt you, right? There is friendly fire with the Terriball, so you can accidentally down your teammates and yourself if you get too close to the ball or if it slightly moves and touches you. Beyond infuriating, right? But there is a scare package bonus you could get which prevents you from taking damage from a Terriball, but that's of course RNG. We're not going to include that here for the tutorial. Now, this is definitely going to be the toughest challenge of the entire event. That's just my opinion, right? Totally subjective. If you guys got into pretty easy lobbies where the enemies weren't YY spamming and slide canceling using meta weapons, then you might have been able to get some kills with the Terriball pretty damn easy. But there's a lot of player RNG involved here. Yes, you have to do this against real people, not mercenaries. But there is a follow-up challenge that is a little similar, and that's going to require you to go ahead and get 50 mercenary kills using either the Terriball or while you're in a vehicle. So this is an obvious one. Definitely use a vehicle. Run them over while you're driving the vehicle or lean out while your teammate is driving a vehicle, and you can go ahead and put a lot of progress towards this challenge. You're going to get the Devil's Favorite animated calling card. Would not recommend using the Terriball unless it's pretty quiet where you're at. You see a ball in front of you and no vehicle and there's mercenaries kind of nearby, then use a Terriball in that regard. But honestly, if you could avoid using the Terriball, definitely go ahead and do that. Now, we also have a challenge that requires you to teleport 15 times using the portals. There's only a handful on Rebirth, but they are all marked on your TAC map, which is great. So if you just jump into one of the portals, it'll actually teleport you somewhere nearby another portal, not too far away from a different one. So I think it's pretty easy to just kind of keep jumping into a portal, ending up at another one, rinse and repeat up to 15 times. And by the way, none of these challenges have to be done in a single match. You could do these across as many matches as you need to get the actual challenge done. You get the supportive gesture weapon charm for going ahead and doing this one. But we also have, last but certainly not least, pilot the flying shipment. Very easy to get your hands on the flying bullet charm. All you have to do is get your way to that Shipment Island either at the start of the match. You can float there, parachute there, or if you respawn, you can also just land on top of it as you want. You can also use helicopters to get to the island as well. Other than that, it's pretty tough to get to the Shipment Island through any other way. There really isn't any other way. The portals won't get you high enough. So once you get to the Shipment Island, you'll come across this specific crate, and actually while you're on top of the crate, you'll get the prompt to control the island itself. If not, you could just go inside the crate. It'll do a cool animation and you'll start piloting it. You could die while in this animation while controlling the island. So as more and more players learn about how to do this, it's gonna be tougher to actually get this done, but you just gotta interact with it, fly it for like 5 seconds, and you should get the pop-up for this challenge. Another really big piece of advice is while you're actually going ahead and putting in progress for any of these challenges, you should get a notification notification that you can easily pull up while in game to let you know what percentage of completion you're actually at for that challenge. So you're not completely in the dark with what you're actually doing. Obviously, now that this event tab exists, you can just track the challenges that way and see your progress in game. But before this event tab even came out, we were just doing this blind. Luckily, the notification tab was coming in clutch to actually help us understand what we were doing, what we had to do, and how many kills we needed, or how much percentage we were to actually finish the challenge. But that is just about it. After you've gone ahead and done every challenge as a part of the Purgatory Island event here for the Haunting Season 6, you will get your hands on the Cloud Watching animated camo. This is easily one of the nice looking animated camos that we've gotten here inside of Modern Warfare 3. They absolutely crushed it with giving us a banger looking camo that does, I think, compete with the ghoulie camo that we got last year for the Modern Warfare 2 Haunting event. Obviously, you guys compare which one is better down below in this video's comments. There's going to be this candy collection event in the next few weeks. It's probably similar to the Soul Capture one last year, so there could even be another difficult camo we're going to have to go ahead and unlock that could also be just as good, if not better, than this Cloud Watching one. But that is about it. This has been dkdynamite. Leave our thoughts down below in the comment section. What are your thoughts on all these brand new challenges as a part of the Season 6 Purgatory updates? Leave our thoughts down below. Really hope you've enjoyed, and peace out, everybody.